very first card. It's right there.
If we have it in stock.
Right now, PSA is grading Pokemon cards for only $14.99 per card. The special is for bulk orders only, so I'm sending 20 of my best cards. Let's take a look at each card and what they'll be worth after grading. Alright, here is the first card. It is a Charizard EX promo that comes out of the Charizard Premium Collection box. The centering's not perfect, but it is really good, and the corners are pretty solid as well. The next card is the Full Art Iono from the Paldea Evolved set. It is just a little bit off center, but the corners are really good, so hoping to get this back in a 10. And the next card is the Full Art Ivysaur from Scarlet and Violet 151. It is just a little bit top heavy, but aside from that, it's a near perfect card, so we're hoping to get that 10. Next up is the ultra rare Venusaur EX from 151. The centering on this card is just about perfect, and so are the corners. And next up we have the Full Art Giovanni's Charisma from 151 as well. The centering is almost perfect, all the corners are good, the bottom left corner is just a little bit off, but we're hoping to get the 10 anyway. And next up is the hyper rare Golden Psychic Energy, also from 151. The centering is perfect top to bottom, left to right it's just a little bit thick on the left side. And next up we got the Full Art Erica's Invitation, also from 151. The centering is almost perfect except for the bottom left corner. And the next card is the Full Art Psyduck card from Pokemon 151. The centering is almost completely perfect. It's just barely thicker on the right side compared to the left side. And it has one of those infamous nicks from the 151 on the very top right corner. And next up we got the Full Art Wartortle, also from Pokemon 151. Just like that Psyduck card, the centering is basically perfect. It's just barely thicker on the right side. And in the exact same spot, it's got a tiny little white speck on the top left corner. And next up we got Erica's Dragonair from the Wizards of the Coast Gym Heroes set. Centering is basically perfect on this card. There is a little bit of whitening on the edges, however, so hoping for maybe a 7 or an 8 in this card. And next up we got a Misty Seadra, also from the Gym Heroes set, and this is the holographic pre-release card. Again, the centering is almost perfect on this card, corners are almost perfect, and just barely a tiny bit of whitening on the bottom, but overall really clean. We should be hoping for at least an 8, maybe even a 9 in this card. And next up we got the Full Art Miraidon EX from the base Scarlet and Violet set. Left to right the centering is perfect, top to bottom it's just a little bit thick on the bottom side. All the corners are pretty solid. I wouldn't say they're 100% perfect, but overall good. And next up we got a reverse holo The Boss's Way from Legendary Collection. Now this card I've had ever since my childhood, so even though there's a little bit of a bend crease here in the middle, I wanted to get it graded anyway just to keep it in case for memories. I don't really know what to expect back from this card, I just think it'll be cool to see it in a slab. Alright, and the next card is a Full Art Medicham V from Evolving Skies. The centering is pretty good, it's just a little bit bottom heavy and a little bit right heavy. However, the corners are basically perfect. Alright, and for the next card we got the Full Art Galarian Zapdos V Golden card from Brilliant Stars. Centering is very good, just a little bit bottom heavy, and the corners are basically perfect. It just has this weird thing up here where it temporarily gets thicker as it gets closer to the top left, and the same over here as it gets closer to the left, it bumps up and gets a little bit thicker. It's kind of weird. All right, and for the next card we got the Black and Gold Trainer Gallery Rayquaza VMAX. Even though this card is not extremely rare, I just think it's really cool and it's still worth a good amount if it comes back in a 10. All right, and the next card we got, oh, it's the Full Art Charizard EX from 151. I just pulled this card from a 151 mini tin. The centering is almost perfect. It's just a little bit off in a few small areas, so it's maybe like a 9.5 out of 10 on centering. All the corners are just about perfect except for the top right here is not quite perfectly rounded, but hopefully we get some good luck on this Charizard and we get that 10. All right, and the next card is a holographic Zapdos from the Wizards of the Coast fossil set. The condition on this card is really good. There's basically no scratches on the holo. The centering's like a 9.5 out of 10. Corners are really good. There's just a little bit of corner wear. Hoping to at least get an 8 in this card, but we'll see. All right, and the next card is a Japanese card. Let's see what it is. It is a Japanese holographic Kingdra from the Neo Genesis set. As some of you may know, Kingdra is one of my favorite Pokemon, especially from the Gen 2 series. And I just love how this card sparkles in the holo. Now, the centering is really good. It's just a little bit thin on this right side compared to the left side, but hoping to at least get an 8 or a 9. Like, this card is really solid. All right, let's take a look at the next card, and it is a first edition Dark Arbok from the Team Rocket set. Now, I don't particularly care for Arbok, but I love all the Team Rocket cards. I actually have a PSA 7 Dark Charizard, although it's not a first edition. Again, the centering is almost perfect on this card. All the corners are really well rounded. There might just be a couple of specks here and there, but overall really solid. Again, should at least get an 8, maybe even a 9 in this card. All right, we're getting down there. Let's take a look at the next one, and it is a full art Dragonite V from the Pokemon Go set. This is one of the few sets that I have never opened myself. However, there are a few cool cards from this set, so I just buy them whenever I see them in good condition. This card is basically perfect. It's just a tiny bit top heavy, but aside from that, it's perfect in pretty much every aspect. So hopefully they can look past that slight top heavy and give it the 10. All right, we're down to the very last card. Let's go ahead and check it out, see what it is. It is a Dark Dragonite, also from the Team Rocket set. However, it is a non-holo, but even the non-holo is worth quite a bit in a 9 or a 10, and this card is in fantastic condition. There's almost no wear on the front. The centering is almost perfect. It's just a little bit left heavy. The corners look almost perfect as well. Only thing is there's just a little bit of edge wear down here, so I would hope we at least get an 8 in this, hopefully a 9 if we're lucky. Sign up. So I guess this is if you don't already have an account, I think, because they don't have that on this side.
Did you guys have a question?
We got an online team.
So you already did all the paperwork?
Yeah,
You're going to stand right behind these guys and give it to our
okay.
team.
Are you guys in line to drop off?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm going to have you guys just kind of stay in the same around.
So back there?
Yeah.
Okay. I like that pop out. PSA. Get some free stickers. I got a lot of card savers. See, that's the thing that I was showing you, the semi-rigid ones that you put in. But it sounds like they're ready to package your cards if you didn't already do it. So we've already got our submission.
If you want, you can just do the autograph.
Yeah, just do that.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's not that.
We don't
The
encapsulate
very
baseballs,
first card.
For the mailing
It's right there.
service, if we have it in stock, we do it. But
Kept
if
my
we
first
don't,
PSA
like,
return
if you're at the
box.
show, though, we don't.
That's from the
this is
signed
gonna
Venusaur.
We're not going to be able to offer it.
I think they're just autograph everything.
You want a sticker?
Yeah, we got stickers. We also got these.
That'll help me recoup on the Collectors Club purchase. I just became a collector.
Protect the
Oh,
slides and
nice.
stuff. So when you get the card graded bag, it'll be like slide protectors essentially.
Oh yeah, I use those. Although I think the ones I have are like for any of them. So since they fit Beckett, they're like really big, so they're kind of loose on the PSA.
You guys are all set?
Well, that was easy.
Yep, and that's your customer copy, so it's pretty much proof you dropped off here.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Put in a good word for those cards. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you can see what grades these cards get when they come back from PSA.